So, we are going to start the show talking about our friends at Marvell and their new Atlas One chip, which is all about expanding the company's 5G ecosystem-wide influence. And let's talk a little bit about this chipset offering, Ron. I know that you covered Marvell's Industry Analyst Day here, and so fill us in.
Oh, you bet, Shelly. And yes, I know Daniel Newman, our chief analyst, and Nigel Alvarez, the VP of Solutions Marketing, also talked about the analyst event in a webcast,
I
and that
did.
is a recap of everything that Marvell addressed that day. Here for 5G factor, I want to drill down on the Atlas One chipset debut, which is
Right.
very important, not just only for Marvell's ability to expand that 5G ecosystem influence, but for the entire industry. And
Absolutely.
on the technical spec side, it's a 50 gig PAM4 chipset. And what it does, it aligns with the mobile network operators' expanding demand for front haul capabilities that scale beyond 25 gigabits. And that also requires lowering power consumption. And this chipset actually lowers power consumption by 25%. So 25 is like a magic number here
Right.
because it's adding 25 gigabits to the overall bandwidth capacity while reducing power consumption requirements by 25%. But also, in addition, it's enabling more flexible shifting of bandwidth capacity in the front haul realm, and that's going to be important because we know that unexpected spikes in mobile traffic can cause interruption in service. And sometimes it's due to this part of the network. And with this new integrated capability, mobile operators will have just that, the agility to respond more dynamically to unusual traffic or, again, those traffic surges that can be unexpected, and as a result maintain continuity of quality of service and so forth for 5G. In addition, it's also, I think, delivering some important capabilities such as edge optimization. Again, lowering the footprint and lowering
Right.
that power consumption to lowers quite simply overall solution costs for optical electro capabilities in the front haul segment of the network. Also, it's supporting integrated security, which is important, as we know, across the board, in
Right.
particular, MACsec capabilities, which is Ethernet link security, and combining that with other security capabilities, such as routing level IPsec, helps the operator prevent things like those dreaded distributed denial of service attacks and malware,
Very
all the
important.
nasty stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and very important because DDoS attacks are on the rise, that they have been absolutely off the charts in the last year, and that is not expected to slow down anytime soon, if ever. So this is really, baked in security is tremendously important.
Oh, no doubt. And so, yeah, the timing is actually very well received.
Yeah.
And in addition, it's also enabling segment routing capabilities. And what's the innovation here is that it's supporting source based routing information to improve traffic engineering capabilities. Before segment routing was more available, the carriers had to basically deal with having to look up network state information at transit routers and transit nodes, and that just added complexity and delay. And so, with the support of segment routing capabilities baked into the chip, that will definitely improve the overall efficiency of 5G networks, particularly in the front haul segment. And so, I think what's also important here is that Marvell is definitely advancing the ORAN and the vRAN capabilities that mobile network operators are putting more emphasis on.
Right.
The ORAN Alliance clearly was formed just for that very capability. And it's combining the Atlas One capabilities with other Marvell product lines, such as the Octane Fusion chipsets, and as well as the Prestera switching capabilities. That it shows that Marvell is really spreading its wings more. That it's becoming just more integral to how any supplier is going to strategically advance 5G networking capabilities, not just in the front haul, but in terms of the end-to-end 5G networking. And this is important because obviously the operators are betting and need for new applications to win and take off. That includes ultra reliable, low latency communications that we see throughout, for example, manufacturing and industrial environments.
Right.
Also, it's supporting again that dynamic sharing of the capacity across radio units to quite simply make the 5G network more efficient. And finally, also supporting new applications such as fixed wireless access as well as hybrid workforce. And combine all these together, and it's just a winning combination for operators. And I think we really are becoming more close to seeing these become mainstream, becoming, quite simply monetized because of innovations like the Atlas One chipset. So this
Right.
is good news for the 5G ecosystem for sure.
Absolutely. Good news and exciting news. So that's awesome. And I'll be sure and link that interview of Daniel's um, into the show notes here so that if you're watching or listening to this broadcast and you want to also see that conversation, we'll make it easy for you.